the class. So in the previous video we had seen about the levels of healthcare, like levels of health organization, levels of health organization. So where we started with central level. So now we'll continue with the same topic. So that is, we'll see about the state level health organization, district level health organization, and village level health organization. The state level health organization, so that is usually done by the public health administration, where each state will have their own health management. Okay, each state will have their own health management, which will be controlled by this state ministry of health. Okay, which will be controlled by the state ministry of health. So that is usually there. So it is mainly in the state, so it is usually controlled by the public health administration, and each state will be having their own health administration. Each state will have their own health administration or health management, which is usually controlled by Ministry of Health, State Ministry of Health. So next is at district level. So district level, it is usually controlled by collector. Okay, district level, it is usually controlled by collector. Okay, at the district level it has been controlled by collector, and also in the urban areas of the district level. Okay, at the urban areas of the district level, it is usually controlled by it is usually having self-government. Okay, they will be having local self-government, which usually includes town area committees, municipal boards, and corporations. Okay, these are the areas where it usually take case of the health of the population. So that is usually about the district level. So next is village level. So village level, it has been usually consists of, it is usually done by the Panchayat Raj system. Okay, the health administration is usually done by the Panchayat Raj system, that is Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, and Nyay Panchayat. Okay, Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, and Nyay Panchayat. Okay, so that is at the village level, it is usually done by the Panchayat Raj system, that is Gram Sabha, Panchayat, Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, and Nyay Panchayat. Okay, Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha, and Nyay Panchayat. So that is usually about this various like the health organization, which is usually levels of health organization, which is usually done under central level, state level, and district level, and village level. Central level, it has been headed by cabinet minister, and also they will be having a deputy minister. State level, it has been done by the Ministry of State Health Department, that is state Ministry of Health. District, it is usually under the collector, and village level, it is usually under the Panchayat system, Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, and Nyay Panchayat. So this is usually about this levels of health organization. So next is agencies of health organization. Agencies which plays important role in the improvement of the environmental health as well as the health of the people. And that first is public health sector. Okay, the first is public health sector. The second is hospitals, insurance, and then voluntary other agencies as well as voluntary agencies. So agencies which is usually includes like public health sectors, hospitals, health insurance, other services, as well as voluntary agencies. In that we'll see what are the different like public health sector. So public health sector, mainly it includes primary health care. Okay, they mainly includes primary health care. We have told in the beginning, it is the essential health care which has been provided to the individual, and is the first level of contact between the individual and healthcare system. And this primary healthcare concept was usually given in, it was launched in the year 1977. Okay, it was usually launched in the year 1977 by Government of India. Okay, it was launched in the year 1977 by Government of India under Rural Health Scheme. So this primary healthcare was usually launched in the year 1977 by Government of India under Rural Health Scheme. So it is mainly in this, usually it is that where the main concept behind opening or establishing this primary health care is that giving essential care for the people. Okay, giving essential care for the people in the rural areas. Okay, giving essential care for the people in the rural areas. So that is usually, and this was recommended under Kartar Singh Committee. Okay, so this was usually recommended by the Srivastav Committee. Okay, this was recommended by the Srivastav Committee in the year 1975. Okay, it was usually recommended by the Srivastav Committee in the year 1975. So that is primary healthcare. So primary healthcare, it was usually established in the year 1977 by the Government of India under Rural Health Scheme. So main concept behind establishing this primary healthcare was providing good benefits to the rural people. Okay, to give good healthcare benefits to the people who are residing in the rural areas, and this concept was usually given under the Srivastav Committee in the year 1975. Okay, it was usually given under the 1975. So what are the things that they usually do under this primary health, like at the village level they'll be giving, or they'll be giving training the village level. So this is usually the care which is usually given on the village level. So they normally we usually give it as like village health guides will be established. training to the DIS will be given, ICDS scheme will be done, and ASHA worker training to the ASHA workers will be given. So village health guide, so they usually take care of the people who are there in the community, okay, people who are there in the community. And the next is diet training. So DIS usually they conduct delivery in the community, okay, they usually conduct delivery in the community, like home care delivery will be given. They will be continuously go visiting the houses, and they will be taking care of the pregnant women. And if at all there is any complications developed in the pregnant women, so they will be shifting them to the hospital immediately. So next is ICDS scheme. So ICDS scheme, it is nothing but integrated child development scheme, where they will be usually they will be working as an Anganwadi worker, okay, where they will be working as the Anganwadi workers. They will be given training, okay, they will be given training, and they will be paid they will be paid about rupees 1,500 per month, okay. They will be given they will be provided, like they will be given a salary of 1,500 per month. So what are the things that they do? They have to check the nutritional status of the children, okay, they have to check the nutritional status of the children, immunization, whether the immunization is given to the children or not, that has to be taken care. Then they have to maintain growth chart, okay, they have to maintain growth chart, whether the children are developing properly or not. So that is usually done. Supplementary foods have been started or not, that has to be taken. Health education has to be given. And if at all, if there is any like when they are taking out, if there is any defect, or like if there is any problem noticed in the children, then they have to be referred immediately. Then non-formal education will also be given by this Anganwadis, okay, will also be given by this Anganwadis. So that is ICDS scheme. So under this ICDS scheme, so they usually start with Anganwadi workers, and they usually be given training to the Anganwadi workers, like what are the things that they have to do. For that they will be paid about 1,500 per month. And what are the services that they provide? They usually go with immunization services, they usually go with checking the nutritional status of the children, growth chart will be maintained, and then they will be giving non-formal education. And if at all, if there is any problem notified, then immediately they will be referred to the other thing. Then ASHA workers. So ASHA workers, they should be the resident of that particular area, okay, they should be resident of that particular area, and they will be preferably 25 to 45 years, okay, they should be between 25 to 45 years, and they should have studied at least up to 8th class, okay, they should have studied up to 8th class. So they should have good communication skills and leadership skills, okay, they should have good communication skills and leadership skills. So that is usually about this public health sector, mainly includes primary health care. So this primary healthcare, it was usually introduced by the government of India in the year 1977. When this concept was introduced by Srivastava committee in 1975. So main concept behind establishing this primary healthcare is to give proper care to the rural areas. Okay, to give proper care to the people who are in the rural areas. Next is usually mainly. So that is usually at the village level. So next is usually at the village level. So at the village level, they usually be having established. They will be working under 4 different areas. That is village health guide, DIS, and then in ICDS scheme and ASHA workers. Village health guide. So where they will be giving, like, taking care of the people, like they will be collecting the information, data, everything, and they also be taking care of the individuals. DIS will be conducting delivery. They will be health educating the mother, and they will be regularly visiting the pregnant women and taking care of them. If at all, if there is any problem identified in the pregnant woman, immediately they will refer the case. And next is ICDS scheme, which will usually works like they will be taking care of, like they will be starting with Anganwadi workers. Okay, they usually start with Anganwadi workers. So that is usually there. Then ASHA workers. So ASHA workers, they should have good communication and leadership skills. So that is primary health care. So that is usually about this thing. So that is first is public health sector. So this is hospitals. So hospitals, apart from primary health centers, okay, apart from primary health centers, they also be having hospitals. Okay, they will also be having hospitals such as rural hospitals, community hospital, district hospitals, area hospitals, and specialized hospitals. So apart from primary health centers, the government of India has also established like rural hospitals, area hospitals, community hospital, district hospitals, specialized hospitals, so that if at all, if there is no, like if they are not able to take care of the people or give proper care in the PHC, so the cases can be referred to such hospitals. Okay, cases can be referred to such hospitals, and they can take care of the individuals, and they can cure the conditions of the individual, so that they can improve the health of the people. Okay, they can improve the health of the people. So next is health hospitals, and next is insurance. Okay, health insurance. So health insurance, so that is like in India there is no such universal health insurance scheme. So there are not such universal health insurance scheme in our country, but it is usually present for the individual works and their families, like companies who are working, companies under the company under the Factories Act or something, they usually give the insurance to the family members as well as the individuals. Like the insurance, that is that employment ESI, okay, employment state insurance, where they will be taking care of the medical care, whatever the thing that is being present in that. But this is usually present under the Factories Act. Okay, it is usually present under the Factories Act. No particular insurance scheme it is there in our country, but this scheme, everything, it has been attached in the Factories Act, where the people will be given ESI facilities. They are working in that organization. Okay, where they are working in the organization. So that is usually where they will be given benefits of taking, like going to hospital, medical, like at free, like less cost. Okay, they will be usually given care at less cost. That is health insurance. So that is usually there. So other agencies are there, like defense medical services. Okay, so these are the defense medical services. Name only suggests that they will be taking care of the defense personnel. Okay, they will be taking care, or they will be giving medical services to the defense personnel, like if they are having services to the defense services. So that is usually about this other agencies. So next is voluntary health agencies. So voluntary health agencies, it is usually a private sources. Okay, it is usually voluntary health agencies are usually plays an important in this community organization. Okay, it plays an important role in this community organization. So it is usually, it is an autonomous board. Okay, it is usually an autonomous board which usually take care of the health of the public. Okay, will be taking care of the health of the public by giving advanced services. Okay, by giving advanced services. So voluntary health agencies are nothing but the agencies. It is an autonomous body where it usually take care of the public by improving the advanced services. Okay, by providing advanced services. Health education will be given. Research work will also be done by this voluntary agencies. So there are different voluntary health agencies. Okay, there are different voluntary health agencies. So mainly in that, for the health agency, we'll see one by one what are the different health agencies which usually comes under this voluntary health agency. So in the first is Indian Red Cross Society. So Indian Red Cross Society, it was established in the year 1920. Okay, it was established in the year 1920. So they are usually different voluntary health agencies. Okay, they are different voluntary health agencies. But what is voluntary health agency? So what voluntary health agency, it is usually an autonomous body. Okay, it is usually an autonomous body which has been holds meetings. Okay, which usually holds meeting, collects funds. Okay, usually collects funds for its support. So collects funds for its support. So the funds which is collected mainly from the private sources. Okay, the funds which has been collected, it is mainly from the private sources. So that is usually about this voluntary organization. So these are usually about the agencies which is present. So agencies, the agencies which is usually present, it mainly includes like primary health care. So primary health care, so this is usually will be done under village level. So it is mainly this primary health centers were opened mainly to give proper care of the individuals in the rural areas, and this concept was given by this Srivastav committee. So next is hospitals. Along with primary health centers, hospitals are there, like rural hospitals, area hospitals, district hospital, community health hospital, specialized hospitals, so that individuals will be given more care for that, so that he can promote the health. Next, insurance. It is mainly at the Factories Act. They usually are attached with the insurance, where they will be giving the insurance to the people who are working in the factories, like for individuals as well as for their family members. And this insurance they will be getting only unless they are working in that organization. So that is usually about the insurance. Other agency includes defense services, like they will be taking care of the defense personnel. And the last was voluntary health agencies. Voluntary health agencies are nothing but an autonomous body which conducts meetings, holds meeting, collects funds for the primary source from the private sources for the improvement of the health. They also provide health education. Research work will be conducted. So what are the different voluntary health agencies? We'll see in the next video.